Yeah.
Okay, hello friends, welcome back to the channel. We are once again playing I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, and we are once again joined by my wonderful partner who suggested this game, OneSilverKey. Welcome back.
It's me.
It is you. Say something again really quick.
Say something again.
Okay,
Really.
just making sure that the sound is all lined up and everything. You
Always
know how it
important.
be.
Always super important, actually.
Okay, so we're back on the colony that's been absolutely wrecked.
Yeah, there's very few things you can do right now, obviously. Um,
My
like you can talk to people, but everyone's gonna be sad.
my perception is maxed out, my biology's getting there.
Having a maxed out perception is very good, just from a if you wanted to speed run this game, you want to get perception maxed
Like
out
really fast, yeah.
as soon as possible.
I'm also sad that the shop's gone because now I can't buy that gun I was eyeing.
It's okay, you can get it later.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll come back, and I need some more kudos anyway, but still. Okay, so I'm still pumped from the last attack, which means +1 to physical, but I'm
Yeah.
in mourning because not only am I mourning the loss of several people, including Com, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, calm beefed it.
The one death that you said could not be
It is
avoided.
the one death that is gonna matter to you as a player that you cannot avoid. And it fucking sucks.
What's the
I cried a bunch during my first playthrough.
I have not been crying much, but I definitely have been affected emotionally. I see Mars, like me, is upset about having all these kudos and nothing to spend them on.
I mean, I think this would be an interesting time if you started to trauma bond with different people. Um like trauma bonding with Mars right now would be very funny.
And I love how Dis is not even concerned apparently. He's like, I wanna find some alien tech. Okay.
This is like low key doesn't even want to be here right now, realistically. Like you can read it as he's fully disassociated.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have this rebuild option.
Yeah. And or you can mourn.
Or I can mourn, which is just gonna give me it's gonna be a rest, right?
Yeah, essentially, which is like useful if you came into this and you had like full stress.
But I'm also not allowed to leave at this point, yeah?
Correct. Those are your two options right now.
So
You can
mourn and
either cry
rebuild.
about it. You can
Okay.
either cry about it or you can work about it. Your choice.
Now we're gonna pick ourselves up. We're gonna start to rebuild. The
Work
first
about it.
month of
Nice.
quiet passes, each day plotting one after the other. You have trouble sleeping in the classroom barracks, but there's nowhere else to go. Every day you wake with the others and just try to make the best of it. Grief and anger comes in waves, not just for you, for everyone. Yeah, I have worked at a school where tragedy happened, and a lot of weird, upsetting behaviors happen over the next weeks and months, and that's just a thing you got to deal with. Humans are humans.
Yeah, you gotta work through it the hard way sometimes.
The first part of the month is spent just dragging away the wreckage, sorting it into salvage or recycling. By the time that's done, crews disassembling parts of the stratospheric have delivered enough salvage you can begin patching up the walls. After everything people need, people are here are never going to feel safe again. Like we were ready, we were prepared, we were armed, we had walls, and then what do you do when a three-story monster with just dozens of tentacles just comes and wrecks all your shit? Like I don't see how
Well,
we're gonna feel safe ever again.
from an American perspective, have you heard of bigger guns?
I have heard of bigger guns, and if we can make those, I'm in. Yeah, see now Dis is on the same page as me. Dis is like walls didn't help the first time. We should just tear them down and live like the animals do. If someone planted a bunch of buildings on my land, I'd be pissed off too. Like he's right. He's absolutely right. This is pointless. You don't go so far as to sabotage the walls, but you don't contribute. You and Dis drag your feet, sulking every time someone tells you to work harder. Surprisingly, you don't get into trouble. Yeah, of course. Everyone's like, well, A, they're just kids, and B, they're kids that are mourning right now. I'm looking at my camera right now, and I am super red. I'm just really quick going to see if I can fix that. Is there a... Oh, wait. No, that's not doing it. Okay. This is just what I'm going to look like today. It's fine.
That's okay. That's your face now.
Nobody watches the Exocolonist videos anyway, which, by the way, if you're watching the Exocolonist
Say
video, thank you
that.
very much. I really enjoy this game, and I want to share it with more people, and I'm sad that only like 6 people watch this every time I put one up. Okay, so...
Oh.
Set neighbors to this value and locked. You son of a bitch.
You can still upgrade that.
Wait,
You can up it.
I can up it to 4.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
That's still gonna get to 4. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, maybe I was too quick to judge. Yeah, definitely some stress, but we're doing okay. The sun's finally dawned again on your birthday. You wake early, climb to the top of engineering to watch the sun's watery rays break the horizon as the wormhole recedes across the sky. Dawn should represent hope, but the light only reveals the full extent of the damage to the colony. You've been having trouble sleeping, mood, like most people. It's hard to find rest crammed into a classroom with all the other kids and their families. Every time you close your eyes, you see... No thank you. No thank you. You pull your blanket more tightly around your shoulders, not your blanket, that one's gone, and stare out as the sun rises on the horizon, meager and sickly. Hey kiddo, thought I'd find you here. You both sit in silence, watching the sunrise pick out all the broken glass littering the fields, glimmering like a field of stars. So, your first apocalypse, huh? Getting big, you know, that one Pirates of the Caribbean meme energy?
But also, like, you didn't spend a lot of time like learning humanities, but they do go into the origin of the colony there and like why they left Earth in the first place. A bit of how. Um so yeah, no, first apocalypse kid, like that's literally it.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, though, it's not my first. The first was when we were starving to death. So, like, the big frustration is just as we, and mostly me, solved one major problem, suddenly now all the hydroponics are gone.
Yeah, I know.
It's okay to be sad right now, and mad too. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. There's a reference that
I'm
nobody
not
gets.
gonna take.
That's another reference that's really good. I want to get out there and rip every goddamn mushroom out of the ground, and that's keeping me going for now. But it's not going to be forever. Eventually, the sadness and rage is going to cool, and you have to figure out how to feel after that, assuming we don't all die, which is looking more and more likely. She points at your chest. Hope lives here. It's the human condition, we just don't know when to give up. I had to figure out how to have hope too. I needed it to get on a busted up spaceship with your dad and launch myself through a wormhole. Hope is why we had you. Now that's just not okay. Don't throw that at me.
I didn't ask to be here.
I didn't ask to be here, Mom. Oh, and there's a gift. Sun
The
Medallion 2, +5 to challenges.
Yeah, it's the level up version of the gift that you get at the very beginning.
It was broken during the attack, but they found it and they made another one. Okay. Okay, I love these two. They're amazing. Like that's the thing that's making me start to tear up more than anything else. That right
Merit.
there. Getting the
Merit.
Sun Medallion back. That's the part that's actually making my eyes water a little bit.
It's because it makes it normal. Like the situation feels normal again.
Okay, so
Haha, emotions.
the wormhole is massive and awe-inspiring, but it heralds disaster. What a birthday. Here's to another one. I love how it's not like many happy returns. It's not like here's to many more. It's here's to one more. Let's
Hey,
just get to one more.
Real life. What?
You both head back downstairs to the wreckage of the canteen, where they've put up temporary roofing around with whatever tarps and scraps could be found. The colony nanoprinters, the few that still run, good to know that at least some of them are still down, or still up, have been working day and night to replace the necessities of life, but larger construction projects are going to take some time. Aunt Anne has coaxed the kitchen nanoprinters into making soy gruel and pressed bars. Life-sustaining but depressing. Fair enough.
Valid.
You and the other colonists eat your breakfast in stony silence as you mentally prepare for the day. Governor Udicott looks more frail than you've ever seen her, but her eyes remain determined. Hey, at least she's still alive. That was something we did last time.
Yeah.
I
We saved her.
Now you would know she definitely dies if we didn't go there and help her, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, she definitely gets ganked. Okay, so that makes me feel pretty happy, a little bit happier now about abandoning Calm.
I want to say
He would have died anyway. It's fine.
That I think at this point in time, all of the death possibilities are off the table. Nope. No, there is one more that
Don't make me hope. Don't do it.
I think there is one more that could happen. It's not that bad. It's fine. It's fine. The majority are gone. Are done though. Hey, 5 years on an alien planet. Not bad.
Okay, looks like we still only have one choice as to where to go. That was my ship. I can't even give gifts right now.
You can't. No, you can't do anything right now.
Tangent's really not happy with everyone living in one place, which I get. I understand. Like, these folks are full-on refugees at the moment.
Like, extra now instead of just, refugee colonists.
Okay, we can still mourn or we can still rebuild. My stress is doing just fine, so we're going to go ahead and rebuild again. You're assigned to help out geoponics. Excellent. We got to chill with our parents.
And also the thing that you're good at, too.
Also true. The agriculturists have been hard at work trying to salvage what they can of the ruined fields and the destroyed greenhouses, but there's a lot of work to be done. Your mom is in fine form in her role as chief cultivator, and managing in a crisis is what she's made for. She did mention, like, hey, first apocalypse, I've been there, don't worry, I got you.
I know it's up.
Cal is, of course, working in geoponics. So we've got greenhouses, fields, and animal pens, right? Now, yes. The fields are where the majority of our...
your cake is.
Yeah, that's the majority of where our food's coming from, right? I just noticed about the cam, I should have it switched over. It's not really important, but I'm doing it anyway. Flip horizontal that way. As I'm looking at this, I'm looking up there. Love it. Okay. The greenhouses are mostly specialized plants, and the animal pens, of course, are animal pens. Do you have a recommendation here? I'm looking at the greenhouses in the fields as my top 2 priorities.
I would say that, like, from a Solane perspective, the greenhouses is where you spend a lot of your time because that's where
my parents work. Yeah.
Well, it's also your dad tends towards the animal pens. Your mom works more in the fields, but they both work in the greenhouses. You've been spending a fair amount of time doing xenobotany, so it makes sense to help with the greenhouse.
I agree. The geodesic domes, miraculous prefab modular structures your parents brought from Earth are in shambles. Much of the glass and metal is beyond repair, destined for the recycler. You and Cal clean away the debris, and when that's done, you have to drape tarps over what's still standing so the drifting spark snow doesn't pile up inside and affect the soil acidity.
Yeah.
Anything that can't survive outside a climate-controlled greenhouse needs to be harvested and sent to the kitchen so it can be preserved. Yeah, definitely. Like, here's a thing that is depressing in real life. Because of all the fires that have been happening and because of all the other stuff that's going on, like, these days in the United States, like, I have been looking at how to freeze things, how to can things, how to forage in an urban environment. It sucks, but it is very, very important information. Everyone
Yeah.
is worried. This will be the final nail in the coffin for your food supply after the famine that last year. That's what I was thinking. You try not to think about it too hard, instead focusing on what you can do.
Your laser cutter though, so that's good.
No, that's a 7. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You see any way that I could make this better?
Hmm.
Without
Not
using anything?
really.
Because
No.
I'm low on
Yeah, because
items.
you can. But on the upside is you can go around harvesting without having to do any things if you don't want to.
Apparently there was a 43 available, so
I
okay.
believe that.
Okay.
But sure, man.
You're eating in the mess tents when you hear something rumbling. Is it my stomach? Oh, I hate this. Your
Uh,
bowl and cutlery start rattling. People look around in alarm. Could it be another attack? You begin to hear shouting from outside. Someone runs into the tent. There's something falling from the sky. It's on fire. Is it another ship? You join the crowd of people leaving your temporary structures to gather in the colony square. People are squinting up into the milky, quiet sunlight, pointing and gesturing wildly. Yeah, it's a great big ball of fire coming straight for us. Is this it? Is this the end? After all you've been through, a meteor's going to land in the middle of your already ruined colony and kill you all? Yeah, it is another ship. Okay. Okay. Another ship from Earth. Yeah, that is not a controlled descent. It's an enormous ship coming at you way too fast. The ship's reverse thrusters fire, trying to slow it down so it doesn't smash into a billion pieces when it hits the planet. Everyone scatters to take cover. You crouch behind some rocks, throw your arms over your head, and squeeze your eyes shut. So someone else just came through the wormhole, yeah?
yeah, a new ship.
You hear the massive spaceship touchdown. I like that phrase, touchdown, instead of crash down. That's nice. Plowing through the field. See, now plowing is less. Now, normally plowing is a good thing to happen in the fields, but not when it's a spaceship coming from orbit. And grinding over what was left of the greenhouses. So all that time I spent trying to rebuild the greenhouses, you're thrown to the
Right.
ground from the force of the impact as shrapnel and small rocks zing past your head. It grinds along like some roaring monster, cutting a great scar through the colony and kicking up an enormous cloud of dust. Do you mind? Of everywhere on this planet you could have landed, you had to land on my parents' workspace.
Again, like it's not like it feels insult to injury, you know?
No, no. Insult to injury was when the horrible tentacle monster attacked right after we finished figuring out the food. This is
So that was
way beyond the pale. You and the other colonists carefully crawl out of your hiding places, coughing and rubbing your eyes. The new ship is half buried and obscured by dust. God, I hope they have weapons, but you can tell it's from Earth. You squint to make out stenciled letters Heliopause. Oh, they do have weapons. That's definitely a thing. Soldiers, I guess I'm getting what I wished for, which is not what I actually wanted. Soldiers march out of the dust and quickly surround all the remaining colonists. More soldiers form two parallel lines from the ship to the square, their guns in parade rest, and a lone figure strides down the center toward you. So the question is, are these folks here to protect us, or are they here to take over the colony? Greetings, fugitives of Earth.
Hey, just as a heads up, fascism is one of the triggers.
Is happening here? Yeah, fair enough. In fact,
It's like it's there.
I'm kind of this guy is giving me big like Zap Brannigan from Futurama.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes.
greetings, fugitives of Earth.
Piece of shit.
Kif, inform the crew that I have made it with a woman. A dismayed murmur ripples through the crowd. The adults exchange significant looks. Chief Engineer Instance tries to slip out of the crowd, but she's stopped by the line of soldiers. The man smiles. He has a broad, easygoing smile that doesn't match the threatening aura of the soldiers nor the smoking ruin of the ship behind them. I am Commander Lum, he says proudly. As captain of the Heliopause, I have come to render aid and bring you to justice. Bring you to justice. Don't like that idea. I already saw what happened if someone tries to sneak away, so I'm just going to listen. Udicott steps forward out of the crowd. You're not the commander of the Heliopause, she says. Where is the person I was speaking to? Commander Morikawa. So apparently Udicott's been in communication with this ship, and there's been some kind of coup, I'm assuming.
Yeah. That's at least the vibe I'm getting.
I am captain of the Heliopause. According to the chain of command, we, sustained significant loss of personnel when we went through the wormhole. You can't help but notice how many of the soldiers exchanged looks this time. You wonder how many people had to die before Lum became commander. As the commanding officer, all missions are suicide missions. No, that was a Zap Brannigan quote. I declare this colony to be under our protection. As such, you are all now subject to the laws of Earth. To be quite blunt, young man, it appears you need us as much as we need you. The Vertumnan colony, such as it is, offers our hospitality to our guests from Earth. Lum opens his mouth, but Udicott cuts him off. Now, there's no need for this posturing. Whatever the purpose of your mission here, you'll learn soon that on this side of the wormhole, we are all human. Right now, we need each other more than we need mandates from Earth. Udicott turns to the assembled colonists. Effective immediately. Oh no, don't do it, Udicott.
Yeah.
I will be stepping down as governor and turning leadership of the council to Lum of the Heliopause. I hope that will satisfy your craving for justice, at least while we get our feet underneath us. Yeah, I don't like it. She is making the right choice in that if she doesn't, but like, are they really gonna just murder everyone here? Is that what Lum's plan is?
I think that was what Lum's backup was.
It's just, I wonder how many of those soldiers would have actually listened to him if he had said, murder all these innocent colonials.
Not
Colonists?
zero.
Colonists.
Not zero of them, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I mean, and Mom seems to agree. It's a good thing the colony is in such pathetic shape right now. If they thought we were a threat, they probably would have just shot us.
Yeah.
Okay, well, rebellion is already starting. Or, better yet, hey, maybe they can go fight the many-tentacled thing, and we can just sit back.
Oh, one could hope.
One can hope. So, what do you think about these new people? They're obviously just going to boss us around.
So, each of those corresponds with basically friendship points with one of those people.
Yeah, and Tangent is not happy. Look at that face. We've seen Tangent mad before and frustrated and upset, but that...
She's not pleased with what's happening right now, correct?
They don't live here. They don't know what it's like. They're just going to swoop in and act like they're better than us. Did you see what they were doing to Instance? No, I saw that Instance was leaving, but I didn't see what they did to her.
They broke Utopia's wrist, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
and
I hate that.
They were menacing Instance too. Yeah, Utopia is great. You can flirt with her. It's awesome.
The entire colony, now twice as many of you, sets to work on salvaging the wreckage, tearing it down, combining it, blah, blah, blah. Spirits are high, though these new colonists from Heliopause aren't like any people you've ever met before. They're more like an invading force than a rescue. That is exactly what I was thinking. Okay, into the late quiet. As the dust settles, you rebuild your colony around this new ship, the Heliopause. The new arrivals, soldiers mainly, are aloof at first. Many see you as fugitives. They still have not charged us with anything, right?
Yeah, we don't know why they're charging us, but I don't know if in this playthrough, your soul will find out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. They did mention that they were in there, chatting about stuff.
Yeah, there's more information. There's a reason this type of a game is replayable, is because obviously when you go a specific route, you're gonna miss things.
Obviously, you
In this,
can't see anything. You
yeah,
can't see everything in one run, regardless of what choices you make.
yeah.
The Heliopause brought rations for 5 years, which is exactly how much I need because I know that the game ends at year 10.
Yep.
They also have more guns and explosives than you ever seen in your life. Even the ship has guns. Now that is a bit of good news, because it feels like artillery is going to be necessary against that thing that we fought.
Yeah.
And then a grudging peace is brokered. You're not so different. Blah blah blah. Okay, new quarters, and I get my own room.
Yay.
I have my own balcony. That's kind of nice. Lots of things going on. My stress goes away. 5 colony defense. Let's cautiously step outside. I'm still not feeling like this is a particularly good thing. Okay, first off, mushwood.
So
Second
now we have
off,
bigger space. Let's actually explore for a
yeah, we're
sec.
definitely going to explore first.
Okay. We've got
Who
2 new
are
pieces there.
you? Everywhere you look, you see a stranger. It's disorienting after growing up in a closed spaceship. You never expected to meet any other humans that weren't made here on Vertumna. Okay, well, I can tell what your genetic modification is. You think his name is Rex. Hi, hello, wow. Smooth, Selene. Real smooth. My name is Rex. You managed to get out a hello? You aren't quite sure why he's having such an effect on your ability to speak or think, but he doesn't mind. You notice he's wiggling his dog ears. They can really move independently. Yeah, I mean, obviously that's the augment, unless he was wearing a headband. Hey, since I'm new here...
With him.
I love it.
Yes.
Since I'm new here, do you think you could help me find the construction yard? I thought I might apply for a job there. And again, like, Soul is fully, like, in, you know, stunned mode here. So we're going to go ahead and take the flirty option. Although, winking suggestively, and he lolls his tongue out like a dog. Okay, never mind, I don't think I'm a fan of this kid.
Oh, no, you gotta understand.
The dog ears are fine. It's clear he's got that heterochromia going on in his eyes, which is pretty cool. But, like, thinking about him going, ha, 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 is not sexy. I'm sorry. Or attractive, I should say. These are still teenagers.
Okay, first of all, the tongue hanging out isn't like a dog panting thing. It is like a like where they like people laugh and they stick their tongue out at the same time. It's like that.
I don't know. The word lolling has a pretty clear implication. Wow, lots and lots of people want to talk right now. Hi, Nem. She's focused intently on the document on her hollow palm, chewing on her nail as she reads through the small print. Oh, hey, Selene. I was just looking over some stuff. The Helios have got all these documents you have to sign if you want to... No, don't do it. Don't do it, Nem. I swear to God, they're fascists. I'm going to sign up to join with the Helios. But there's a part where if you're under 18, you have to have a parent's permission to sign up as a reservist, and... My mom's going to be mad, so mad, like she's going to cry. It's going to be this whole stupid thing, but I got to do something. No, this is a bad idea, Nem. Maybe it's a real bad one. I don't know, but I just can't sit around and do nothing. The next time those aliens come, I want to be ready for them. Yeah, so she is clearly very, for very good reasons, upset about the loss of her brother, right?
Yeah.
And she thinks...
Oof.
Because her brother was her protection, right? Her brother was, like, the reason she felt safe. So now she's trying to replace her brother with these people, and that's just not going to work out.
Well, the thing is, right, like, remember at the very, very beginning, 5 years ago, where you're like, well, I just watched a man die directly in front of me. And you're like, actually, I think I'm gonna go hard into like
Into
combat. And
combat. No, it makes
like,
sense.
is that not exactly the same thing that she's doing?
No. The difference being that I did not sign up to become a soldier in a group of strangers who are probably also fascists. There's a difference between I want to be stronger and I'm going to join the soldier brigade. When they come back, I want to be able to fight with everything I got. No one else has to die like Calm. I mean, everyone's going to die eventually, kiddo. I'm sorry. That's just a
Well,
thing.
nobody gotta die in that specific way.
You do not have to do this. But this is my best option. See, this is one of those times where it feels like we're not in a choices matter thing. It seems like there's no way I'm going to be able to convince her not to join the enemy. They're going to make you cut off all of that hair. Is that what you want? You're going to end up with a crew cut. Do you want to have a crew cut? God damn it.
You're gonna end up looking like. Wait, never mind.
Like my mom, yeah. Okay, we've got angry looking person in parade dress right there.
Wait, and then we got a. There's a pink one over there too.
And there's also my folks. I think at this point I'm going to go talk to my folks. So here, like, the old colony, I guess, is off past these buildings.
No, because I mean, like, I got crushed. You're in the same valley area, except this is kind of like the area where the heliotrope, like, or
The Heliopause, yeah.
heliopause, like, drop down, and um, they so like this is like the edge, and they just rebuilt in the same general area. It expanded a little bit out, which means that if you explore nearby, you're going to have a different map.
Yeah. Yeah. Mom looks like she's not doing super well, which makes sense. She's been burning the candle on both ends for like 3 years now. Yeah. Instead of relaxing, she's hard at work rebuilding the geoponics domes. Being able to load your tray full of food at the canteen is still a luxury you don't take for granted. And that's the thing, like, she wants to be self-sufficient, but we do have enough food for a while. She doesn't have to be burning herself out like this, but I understand why she is.
Like, it's, I figure she's probably doing it because if she doesn't, then they might be like up her butt. Also, they haven't gone hard fascist yet.
Is that lunch? Yet. I've been smelling the caramelized onions all morning. I can't wait. You know, people used to give thanks before meals back on Earth. I'm just thankful you're here and fine. Like, seriously, with all the people dying, I'm just glad that my parents have not been taken yet. I know we don't talk about it, but I know how hard you busted your butt back then making sure the colony didn't starve. That's true.
Accurate.
When you're fighting for your life, that's when you know the true measure of a person. I wish you didn't have to be tested at such a young age. Then you shouldn't have brought me to this goddamn colony, mother.
I think that you were born on the ship.
It's another I didn't ask to be born.
I know, but I think it's like one of those, you know.
I'm proud of you.
Asked to be born, but you couldn't have picked this even if you did.
I do like this +1 to skill reward at the end of the challenge. That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh! I can click on the pet and it makes little squeaky sounds.
Yes.
I love it so much. Hey, look, egg.
I love egg.
Hello, my little tomato.
Gives you a different vegetable name every single
And
time.
honestly, the fact that he's not, like, actively dying, now we're in the quiet, we'll see. We supposedly cured the pollen disease, right?
Yes.
I'm doing great. No congestion, no sneezing, and I definitely don't want to take a hike outside the walls.
Important.
I'm proud of you. You can pull off miracles. Well, I mean, at this point, I have to.
Who should give Cal a present?
Cal definitely likes the eggs.
Yeah, he likes egg. He loves egg.
Ooh, I have a what are you working on?
Ooh.
Well, I found this really pretty flower growing in the garden. I've never seen it before. Wait, is this plant radioactive? See, I play a lot of Fallout, so I'm like, yeah, of course the plant's radioactive. They all are.
That's normal, actually.
What? It's radioactive? Good thing you knew that. What do we do? I don't know, but I'll be able to go to geoponics at some point, and I'll.
And you can study it as a way to neutralize the radiation. That's actually really cool.
So that's on the to-do list. But let's talk to Dis. Hey, Solane. Still kind of weird to be allowed outside the walls. I'm just gonna leave him alone.
Ooh, you
What did
learned more.
I learned more about Dis.
Rebellion versus loyalty, adventures versus homebody, and controlled versus wild.
I mean, none of that is surprising, right? He's like
You knew
90 he's like 90% rebellion. The only thing that's not realistic is that this adventurous should be all the way off the charts.
No, because he still likes his. He loves his sister. You know.
Yeah, despite himself.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got
Talk to the shitty man.
Oh wait, no, but I also was going to give Cal
An egg.
an egg. Enjoy your learned that Cal likes red Zeno eggs. I thought I already knew that. All
I
right.
think you found that. Yeah, I think he likes the blue bobber things. He
Okay,
likes food.
so Nomi's augment is clearly her eyes, or their eyes, right? I'm seeing like crosshairs as pupils. You've seen Nomi around since the Heliopause landed. They're around your age and barely 1.5 meters tall. You've never seen anyone dress as strangely as they do. That's not true at all. My dad wears fishnet, which is it's fine and it's good, but it's strange.
You do know. I think she has like this shirt has the opportunity for like full tits out.
It does. That's true. But again, teenagers.
Young teenager.
Nomination. Interesting. Okay, well, we're obviously going to ask pronouns first. Oh, yeah, I was so happy when we landed and I found out that you colonists have not boy and not girl people, too. Sometimes the people on the Helio didn't get it, but honestly, I grew up with them, so they kind of got used to it. I was always told growing up that your colony was kind of backwards and weird, and we'd probably find you all banging rocks together and grunting like cavemen. No, that was 2 years ago. Imagine my surprise when I got here, and you have, like, actual adult people who are like me. Wow. I like that. It's funny. I worked at a school where I got pulled into a teacher or principal conference because one of our students had come out as non-binary. And I had to be the one to educate the English teacher that they is a perfectly acceptable singular pronoun for a person.
My
Like,
personal favorite thing is whenever someone says that's not how we use it, then I have to go back and say stuff about like, well, you know, thy ideas are fucking wrong, my guy.
Nomi gives you the secret non-binary high five.
Yes.
Because we have been going kind of non-binary with Soul, right? Anyway,
Yeah.
you probably already know I use they, them, as in Nomi sure has their act together, and gosh, Nomi is so cool, they have the unbeaten high score in Laser Fable for 2 years running. I doubt anyone can beat them. Well, I mean, obviously we should play Laser Fable then. You're on! Okay, so this is a new game. It's an augmented reality game where you bounce hologram lasers off real objects. That's really cool. I like that. It's speed-based, so you're running around bumping into each other, and there are extended house rules about when it's legal to block each other's lasers. All right, let's go. +1 to physical cards, 5 kudos.
63.
That gives me a pair.
21, which is a third of what you need,
Yeah, that's not bad.
right? So if you can hit 21 again, dope.
To and from other cards.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. That's also 21. Okay, so 2, 4. But that makes that not a 2 anymore. So if I go like, that's 19.
That won't make that a 4 anymore. You could just, you could 3 3 4 4. That's perfectly good. You
Yeah,
could try it out so you get,
there we
you
go.
know.
There's 23. Are those edible? The super goal is 29. I get 5 kudos if I get that exactly.
But you can check to see if there's a super goal.
That's what I mean. The super goal is 29.
29. Ooh.
27. 25. 26. Yeah, I think I'm probably just going to go for maximum possible.
Yeah. Use your take the 4 out and change it with the other 4.
39. That's okay. -1
That's
kudos.
a
No big deal.
lot.
+2 combat. Doing good there. Right on, friendo. They were obviously going easy on me, and that's fine. They don't. They mostly don't want to play anymore. They say they're too old for it. They just want to be soldiers now. Except Rex, he's still cool. I don't know that Rex is actually cool, but we'll see. Also hilarious that Dog Boy is called Rex.
Very funny. Talk to the shitty man.
I don't want to talk to the shitty man.
Talk to the shitty man. He sucks.
The new boy from Heliosphere is a couple years older than you. It's Vase. He stands tall and ready for action, even though it's a normal, boring day. Blah blah blah. My name is Lieutenant Olivacious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm into science. Is that right? Nice to meet you, Selene. I hear it's been a rough couple of years for the colony. Lucky thing our Heliopause came along just in time. Don't worry, we have some of the best soldiers, the very best. Like, I would love to say we were doing just fine before you came, but we really weren't.
We were having a bad time.
We train as a team, but yes, I've won more than my share of zero-G judo matches and virtual riflery tournaments. Yeah, I bet I could take you. You're welcome to try. I hope to see you at the self-defense classes. Absolutely. You got to understand that I've been growing up fighting against Nem here, and I don't think that you hold a candle. Hey, we've got a new sports ball court.
Yeah. A different spot.
Okay, we can study. What do we got up over here? I can't go behind that building. Okay, fair. Over here we got practice the photophoner or relax. And then we've got hydroponics over here. I think geoponics is what I'm going to do, because xenobotany is going to be what gives me the chance to figure out that radioactive flower, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's worth it spending some time
Yeah.
and figuring out
Back in the lab, you have all the right equipment to properly examine the radioactive plant you found, that Cal found.
that Cal handed to you.
Maybe you can find a way to protect yourself from them so you don't need to drag radiation-proof enviro suit every time you go to that part of the planet. I don't have the kind of engineering. Um, Radiation poisoning isn't the killer it used to be. With med beds, you can flush out deadly doses of radiation in a few hours. It could still make you really sick, and high enough doses could kill you before you can get there. I think I'll be okay. You take a careless approach to protecting yourself from the radiation. It can't be so bad you won't be able to get to a med bed in time, right? You wear gloves and a face shield and you get to work. After a few hours, you start feeling dizzy. The dizziness quickly becomes nausea, and while you're puking your guts out, you have to admit that you're probably feeling the effects of radiation poisoning. Radiation poisoning! Who could have predicted that? No, we're going to keep going. Screw it. Indestructible use. What's a little hair loss and diarrhea? It's just a plant. You're better than a plant. This might be one of the dumbest things you've ever done. You'll be in medbay wishing it killed you for at least a week, but you did complete your experiment. Again,
Oh.
I feel like
What
this
does the question mark tell you?
gain status injured. Yeah, no, it's like clearly this is Soul trying to like prove themselves, prove that they are still worthwhile, that we don't necessarily need all these soldiers, feeling helpless and trying to take control of their situation. Like, no, I like it was a bad decision, but I think it was a bad decision that was like easy to understand.
Bad decision.
Yeah. You discover that the radioactive part of the plant is confined to the carpel of the flower, its reproductive organs, and that the petals act as a radioactive shield to protect the rest of the plant. If you press the center of the flower, the petals close and block the radiation so that a person can pass by without feeling sick. Neat. You should be able to use this to protect yourself next time you encounter the plant. Nice. Card becomes blue. 3, 4, 5. +3 bonus to straights. Hmm. 24, no. I think a straight is going to be necessary.
Remember that sometimes putting cards in like out of order, like because a straight has to go like left to right. Sometimes putting cards out of order will actually increase their benefits because of like suit bonus instead.
And I also have a couple of
that blue I think will override. I think that's last on the stack.
yeah.
So but what if you put the 5 down next?
Okay, that's 25. I can get the victory on this.
Yeah.
Got close. 32 was the best possible score.
Yeah.
Almost there for the kudos.
Your biology is almost at 100% too. You're getting real close on that.
Biology is currently at 88.
That's
Mid
solid.
pollen.
I think you might. Is your dad biology or animals? Or no, Cal is biology, right?
Cal was biology.
But you got the 88, right?
I can help with the animals, though. Your dad is helping 2 bristle slugs who have gotten tangled on each other while, well, maybe they were wrestling.
Wrestling.
Yeah. Wrestling. Okay, moving right along. He hefts up the larger one. You carefully pull apart their bristling spikes. The heart wants what it wants. 10 minutes later, they're back at it again. I am not hearing... I can hear your laughter from the other room, but the mic isn't picking it up sometimes.
No, that's okay. I have a noise gate on it because my laughter can be shrill and obnoxious.
I disagree, but understand.
On on audio, yeah, it can. It's very
Okay,
silly.
I don't have a dare you for
You need
him
a
yet.
bravery. Ooh, thing outside. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm allowed to go outside, which I'll do in a second. Because
Yeah.
it looks like going outside isn't necessarily an activity unto itself now.
It it is. Like going and exploring is an activity. And you have the ability to bypass all of the events now to just go and item collect the entire everything.
I hit the limit on the number of consecutive hours they'll allow me to work in the lab, so I'm taking a break. How dare they?
I love her.
That's what I said. They just think they can boss me around because I'm younger. I'm smarter than any two of them combined. You're selling yourself short. You're smarter than any three of them combined.
Except for maybe one.
I mean, she is, like, also extremely tired, right? We should probably sedate her.
Yeah, instance probably
I just want to
one.
work, you know? It's so frustrating to be deep in the zone, feeling like I'm just on the precipice of a discovery, and then someone tells me that apparently my genius is taking too long.
Get 'em.
She gets off the boulder and immediately almost falls. Oh, I thought the nutritional uptake of that bar would be quicker than a real meal, especially after taking into account the time required to walk to the cafeteria. I am regrettably, it seems, only human. Sometimes it feels like I'm a prisoner trapped in my own body, like I can feel myself trapped in it, this stinking, sweating bag of meat and bad impulses, stuck with the burden of keeping it alive every day for the rest of my life. My God, do I feel that. I I feel that. The problem, Tangent, is that you aren't separate from your body. You are, it's not that you have a body, it's that you are your body. I'm sorry, but that is you. Your genius comes from your body.
Doesn't mean that I want it to be that way.
Reflexive lacrimation is an evolutionary response to emotional and physical stress. In other words, yes, I'm crying, but there's a good reason for it. Stop trying to say you're not, Tangent. It's just this resentment for my physical form. It reminds me of when I was little and Instance used the gene tech to give me this body, the right body. Aha, I see. Loving that.
Well,
Only,
that we got at the very beginning too.
yeah, this body's wrong too. It's right in a lot of ways, but it's still imperfect. It's still human. Okay, so we're getting some
She
deep
wants to be a robot.
deep trauma
Yeah.
here. If I were an AI, everything would be more simple. I could just do my work. I could just do what I'm good at. No messy biological functions, no emotions, just clear and beautiful purpose. I hate feeling like this. Now, that, again, I can understand as someone who struggles with depression myself, but I did get to a place where I wasn't feeling a lot of emotions through medication and through what I thought was healthy, like trying to figure out how to keep myself from being overwhelmed. But it ended up taking all of the joyous moments of my life and making them less so as well. So like I understand where Tangent's coming from, and she's coming at it a lot earlier than I did. But you can't think like this. It's gonna kill you. Also, I'm gonna flirt. She doesn't like it. That makes sense. People finding me attractive makes things all better. Yeah, that's fair. I wouldn't expect you to understand the pain of being trapped in your own body. I learned more about Tangent.
Yeah. What did we get from her? I didn't see it. I AFK'd my brain.
I got a -2 friendship.
Rough. I mean, like we got
Oh,
the learned more.
yeah, we got her her intelligence card. It's a 2 that goes up to a 6 if it's the
Oh,
last
right,
one
right,
or
right.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should go out into the world.
I agree, but also I'm gonna try to make up with Tangent here. I got you a flower.
You can flirt with her again. Do it.
I'm not gonna do it. She's made it clear that physical attractiveness is not a thing that she wants for herself, and that's fair and understandable. Oh, also. Yeah, he's neutral towards flowers, it's fine.
You also might have unlocked a new exploration area.
Yep. No, I still have Plains
No,
and
no, no.
Valley.
Why is it locked?
Because I'm injured.
Oh, because you're injured. Maybe you should rest.
I can heal by relaxing. I mean, like, fine.
I guess,
I'm the one that said let's do this thing. So like I get it. Your mom is here pulling weeds and taking soil readings to make sure the conditions are right for the flowers. She works on this garden like it's her own child, probably even more so because the garden can't spend all day in the creche. Okay. Onward to late pollen. Definitely glad to see my dad getting through pollen without, like, almost dying every time. I'm happy with that. Can't help you with the animals.
She still looks like she's about to do a cartwheel at any moment, and I really approve of that.
Thanks. Yeah, fair enough.
There's new options
Oh,
in
and there's defense here, which is a
yes.
thing I need to do. I do need to do defense training so that I can take on what's his bucket. This guy.
Vase.
What were you gonna say?
I said his name is Vase.
No, before that. You were like,
Oh,
there's.
so there's new options in there.
Oh yeah, okay. So I think that's gonna be the thing.
Yeah, look, you can see the old hydroponics over there too.
Yeah.
If you go over near the wall.
All right, we're gonna defense train. You and Nem are practicing judo moves, chucking each other into semi-deflated poof shrooms that have been set up like mats. You're learning to throw, but also fall properly. Obviously, we're gonna get fresh with Nem. Maybe throw your arm around her waist a little bit longer than necessary. When it's her turn, you feel your heart beating fast. What's she gonna do? She flips you super hard in response and laughs her beautiful, wonderful laugh as the poof shroom mat sends you flying. Does this mean she likes you back? Yeah, probably. Okay, defense training. So I did not get to take on what's his bucket, but that's fine. I don't care.
I mean, you might as well use that one, right? I mean, I think this would be a situation to not push for the straight.
I'm inclined to agree with you. That gets me to goal, at least. So we got a fair amount of combat, a little bit of animals, bonus stress. Man, we're not even halfway through the year yet. Jeez. Well, it makes sense. We've been recording for an hour, so.
Well, and we also had to deal with a bunch of other stuff, right?
Yeah. And now we're in a new month, so I can give people things again. And now that I'm not injured, I can probably go out and do some Is there a skill thing for... I need engineering 40.
Yeah.
Hugs
Yeah.
incoming. Oh, he loves the hugs.
Yeah. And you can get a quick, easy +1 friendship with him basically, I think, every month just from hugging him.
Go fetch the mushroom log. Go get it, boy. He does like them, of course. Nothing a dog likes more than a stick. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Okay, Rex. Okay. I'll give you a flower even though you're not going to like it. Oh, she does like yellow flowers. A cheap gift, but I suppose it will look good in my hair. Yeah, you were saying let's trauma bond with Mars? Absolutely the fuck not.
I still think you should trauma bond with Mars. Um, her like modification is so funny, and it will make so much sense if you ever find it out.
Fair enough.
You'll be like, God damn it, of course.
It's probably
This
like she doesn't sweat or something like that.
No, that's Cal.
That's true. Alright, Dad's got something to say. Your mom seems to be upset the word fascists catches your ears. This might be your chance to ask some of the burning questions.
Is Governor Lum some kind of
Space cop? Listen, Selene, you're just going to have to trust us adults on this one. There are things that you're not too... No, do not give me that. Do not tell me that I'm too young. I watched people die. I fought a massive kaiju. I saved Governor Udicott. I swear to God, don't do this to me. I thought the same about myself once. I was wrong. Did you try to save your uncle from being killed right in front of you and fail? Both of you are being asses right now and you need to stop. The Helios came here just like us looking for a better life. Some of them had other reasons too, but now that they're here, we have to learn to work together. When your mother and I were young on Earth, we learned a lot of hard lessons. One was that it's safer to be led by one dangerous person than to be attacked by an army of them. Another was that sometimes when adults tell you not to worry, you should listen to them. Go on, enjoy your youth. Again, would have been really easy to do that if you hadn't had me when you were on your way to an incredibly dangerous exocolony. Go get to know some of the new kids. Already got that. Before you say another word, they're called back to work. There's much to be done. Blah, blah, blah. Swear to God. All right, let's go exploring. Ooh, we got a flower. Okay, so I have nearby, I've got the plains, and I've got the valley. Which means I still need the resting ridges in the subaqueous swamp.
Yes.
And I open those by continuing to forage in the valley. Should I be surveying? I'm not sure where I should be.
Yeah, go back to, I'd say go to the valley.
Or should I just go nearby?
I think going to the valley brings up an ability to talk with Utopia.
Okay. Oh, yep, you are absolutely correct. Feel that? You can feel a kind of ominous, distant thumping pulsing regularly through the ground. I bet it's footsteps. If you stand still, you can feel it vibrate up into your own body like a massive global pulse. I reckon it's naturally occurring, but it's giving me the willies all the same. You two better check it out. Mind you stick together and take readings on the way just in case it's dangerous. You follow the thumping, now an audible noise growing louder, until you've roughly triangulated its location. You're getting close, but it sounds like it's coming from all around you. Your instruments are not precise enough to help. Good thing I've got 100 perception.
Hey, it'll help, you know?
Okay, only 13 left. I also get a +2 bonus to pairs, which is nice.
Always useful.
Heck yeah, look at that.
There you go.
Nailed it. Very good. Okay. 2 perception. You find a machine, an ancient, broken down machine like a small pyramid shaped building made from some kind of dark stone or bone that almost looks like it grew that way. Except it isn't broken, it's just so old and overgrown it looks more like a pile of rubble and roots than a building or engine or whatever it was. Still, a thumping noise comes from inside of it. The vibrations are strong here, making your guts feel weird. This is not the first time we've seen technology here.
Yeah, and also technology that's a little fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Or a lot fucked up, I guess, technically.
Now, I don't have the engineering, sadly. Just barely? No, not just barely. I gave up on engineering a while ago.
Yeah.
It heads off in a straight line to the west, so apparently there's a path on the ground. You run your hand over its pitted... Oh, I got a little bit of engineering there. Vibrating surface. How could something so unbelievably old still work? It's definitely not natural. You can even see something like writing. Dis starts making noises under his breath to the beat of the thumper. It is a pretty sick beat.
Knows what's that?
Totally an alien civilization, or else we went there earlier. I suppose maybe. You said it looks ancient, right? Perhaps there could have been another civ here long ago. We have found other signs, but nothing active like this. Ah, there you go. It seems to be pointing west or receiving something. There's some right ugly ridge lines out there that have kept us from checking that direction, but we got gliders and motivation. That's half the battle. I'll open up the western resting ridges for surveyors. Who? Say that 3 times fast. The western resting ridges. The western resting ridges. The western resting ridges. Nailed it. We'll have to stick together out there. Sure, if you're scared.
Cowards.
God damn it, Dis.
So you can run through the valley and not do any of the events and just pick up all the items right now.
Oh, that's right, because the I got the thing that makes it so that I can walk past things.
Yeah, so basically you can go and be like, actually, I am interested in this one exclamation point event at the very end.
Well, at the moment, I'm interested in items.
Yes.
No, wait. We're just going to note its location and move on. It's fine.
Deals with distress, but...
Is that a thing? It's a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, definitely liking this whole being allowed to just walk past events. A massive egg, even larger than... It's sitting here totally unprotected. I'm leaving it alone. You don't like that I left it alone?
I'm just saying it's a really fun event where you can die.
Yeah, that's why I left it.
I mean, you can't die, but like you can die.
Well, maybe I'll come back out here again someday.
Maybe. Like, it's a hard combat. You should absolutely fuck with the thing.
I did see that boss. I'm just picking stuff up at the moment.
I think that's all of them.
You think? Okay. Now, I could definitely get my animals up. Like, that would be nice.
Yeah.
So we've got you.
And there are 2 items on the other side of him.
Oh, so there are.
Fuck with it.
Okay, let's see. We've got a couple other foragers. You slink over to the other foragers. Through a gap in the underbrush, you spot a terrific sight. A fully grown manticore has fallen into a nest of at least 20 snap bladders, and they're engaged in a battle to the death. I've got 10 kudos on the snap bladders. Poor manticore, what a way to go.
You can help the manticore.
We're going to help. Right. $61 is a lot, so I got to be pretty careful.
The yellow one gives you +2 cards with gems.
So does the blue one.
So it might, you know.
That's 19. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's 21.
Yep. Have 2 gem cards.
Yeah.
And what you have one of the +2 is a 3. Is a 2. So if you put that on the 3, right? And then you can put the 4 and the 5 wherever. But I would put all of your gem cards and all of your +2 to gem cards on the board right now. Like
Yeah.
you could take the 4 down and put the 6 up.
Yeah, that makes sense. That gets us down to only 12 left.
Yeah. Which is more reasonable to work with for what you want. I
got a 29.
Yeah. I would probably do I would make more 3s happen. So I'd scoot all of those down, the 5, the 4, and then the 3 at the end.
Oh, wait,
And put
no.
the yellow at the back.
Yeah. Nice. That got me the 1 extra point I needed.
For the extra kudos.
Utopia tries to stop you as you burst through the underbrush, dedicating yourself to being the best distraction your weak, fragile human body can be. Giving me flashbacks from the last time I tried to be a distraction. Anyway, enough of the snap ladders turn their focus on you that the manticore is easily able to pick the others off. Crunch, munch, snap. You find yourself face to face with the manticore, Vertumna's perfect murder machine. You feel a weird connection to this creature. Suddenly, the manticore roars, lunging at you and lashing its great mane. Wisely, you scream in terror and get the hell away. All right. Well, we're gonna. No. We're gonna keep going. I got a couple more.
You picked up all the items, so now it's just figuring out which ones you wanted to poke at.
Yeah, I want to talk to the Vricky because I want to get my animals up. Like my animals is doing pretty good.
Yeah. And also, it'll give you some interesting information about the life cycle of the Vricky as well. Okay, so it has a dead animal. You've had this one. You can't ignore this combat because it's just like it's being sad about its dead friend.
Right. We're just gonna wait for it to leave.
It's sad.
Yep, it's sad.
It's sad, but
Now we're gonna leave because we've got stress 90. One more event will get us to stress 100, and I want to have one more day where I can do things. So we're going home.
And if you wanted to, you could go exploring the ridge next time and do only the boss event.
Also true. It's Vertumnalia once again.
Hey, you can get stress reduction.
Except this time it's Governor Lum that gets to make all the speeches and shit. So
gross.
Rex shoots you away from the other side, or from over on the Stratos side, and Nomi makes a silly face. Vase is surrounded by other young soldiers, all looking sharp in their Heliopause uniforms. A fanfare plays over the square's announcement system. Lum's honor guard do a complex drill with their drone rifles. Greetings, people of Vertumna. We may be far from our beautiful Earth, but we can still survive and be thankful for what we have here. We've worked hard to save this beleaguered little colony from the brink of destruction, and should be proud of our work. Yay!
Yeah, he said words.
I know some of you have been asking, Lum, how are you going to do it all by yourself? How are you going to run the colony, solve everyone's problems, turn this planet into a paradise, and look this good? Yay. Well, I have the answer for you. The old council made a lot of bad choices, like illegally leaving Earth, but I believe in second chances. So I've appointed the original department heads to my own council, Lum's Council 2.0. Better not disappoint me. Like that was obviously the I'm joking, but I'm really not joking. Stay on your toes, Stratos. I wonder how long he was up all night working on that one. I also want to promise everyone here today that we're going to make Vertumna safe for humans. The next time those bastard Xenos attack, we're going to blow them into so many little pieces there won't be enough left to wipe off our boots. We've already got the defenses, the taller, thicker walls that aren't going to do shit, and we're building homes for everyone. Homes where people can raise children again, knowing that our military men and women are keeping us safe. I do notice the lack of a non-binary option there, which is something that Nomi mentioned.
Yeah, that they suck.
Some of the colonists around you even have tears in their eyes, especially those who lost family in the last attack. Lum goes on for a while, lionizing the Heliopause's military strength and casting subtle digs at your failed colony experiment. Finally, what a dick. Finally, the crowd disperses to set up the square. At the table, Auntie Anne and the kids are setting out the spread for dinner. There's an unimaginable amount of food thanks to Heliopause's huge ration surplus, and the piles upon piles of Xeno meat from the hunting parties for those that can stomach it. Alright, well I guess we're going to party. Anemone doesn't like it though. Yeah, Nem's not happy. Okay. I guess we are doing Xeno wrangling this time around. Without calm to run the obstacle course, the physical competition has been replaced with a float cow rodeo. The bulls have had their air bladders emptied and weights attached to their grasshopper legs, keeping them low enough to wrangle.
I love that, actually. That's awesome.
I don't like this new Nem. I don't like that she's like angry all the time. I get it, but I don't like it. This is cruel. Float cows are friends, not foes. He throws a ripe potato at the participants. It lands at your feet, but all three of you are splattered with juice.
A potato.
And Vase and Cal are not happy with each other, clearly. Alright, we're going to wrangle those Xenos. 86? Criminy.
It gets harder every year.
Okay, no, we got this. We might got this. Oh, that's right. You have to put it on first. Okay, that's 30. Set neighbors to this value. +1 for each gem on other cards. I could just go 2s all the way across the board.
Yeah, that'll work.
That's only 15. No, not happening. $24. Okay, now we have to get 32. Excellent. Got the win, though. We'll do even better with 38. Excellent. Okay. All for +1 combat. Yay. Anemone fights hard, but you're the champ. You get a lasso around the ornery bull's neck, haul yourself up onto its woolly back. Its powerful grasshopper legs bounce you around the ring, but you manage to hold on and wrestle it down to the dirt. Yeah, Cal's not going to like that. Yeehaw! Nem looks disappointed. Vase looks angry. Your performance has definitely put you on the radar as competition for him. Again, we have not seen anything other than that horrible, like, upsetting grimace that he always has. Also, it looks... that's just what I look like. Also, it looks like his left hand has been replaced.
Yes, it is a prosthetic.
So, what we don't know yet is Vase's augment, right?
This augment is so silly.
After the festivities, the mood, he's just physically incapable of smiling. That's his augment.
That would be very funny, and honestly, I wouldn't. I did. Yep.
You see people smiling easier and often see mixed groups of Helios and Stratos socializing together. That's nice. And I get bonus kudos. So, like, maybe finishing up my biology would be probably a good plan.
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
You like the medicinal things. Yeah, you're not a big fan of that one. It's fine. Anybody over here? No. Want to make something is creativity. I bet you like flowers. Yeah, oh, it's your birthday! Excellent!
Hello?
I'm so glad. I love she's like, or they're like, just always doing a happy dance.
I have not gone the romancy type
Route with her yet. It's on the list of things that I would like to do. They have a very difficult romance path.
Yeah, Cal is not doing well with the soldiers.
Yeah, especially with his bug.
Also, you know those soldiers are going to kill his pet the moment they find out about it.
There is a possibility that will happen.
That, yes, I would say it's probably the most likely possibility. Okay, so either I'm going to work on my biology or I'm going to go explore the new place. Both are very good ideas. I think I'm going to go exploring tomorrow because my stress is at 40. I think...
you can, remember, you can just walk through everything and not actually do any of the
True.
So that is an option.
I think we're going to do the biology route. And actually, no, because sometimes when I go to a new place, I learn new things that I can put into the xenobiology machine to get more knowledge. So, yeah, let's go check it out. But first, You like medicinal roots. Do you like
Yes.
bobber fruits? No, not really. Okay, fair enough.
Perfectly okay on bobber fruits.
Okay, ridge time. And it'll give me some engineering, which I definitely need. We'll get to you in just a second. Actually, no. I'm just going to talk to you first. The only way to the resting ridges is by glider. Part vehicle, part kite, all adrenaline. You land on the rocky, broken... So it's like a flight suit. I love it. You land on the rocky, broken-up spine of the nearest ridge and nearly fall over when you look at the plummeting slope into the basin. Whew, you handled that glider like a champ, Dis. You too, Selene. A lot more than exciting than the swamps, right? I want you two to stick together out there. It's dangerous in those ancient convergent domain ruins. Convergent domain ruins. Hey, what the heck is that? So on the one hand, there's a glowing thingy in the ground.
Yes.
On the other hand, I can flirt with Utopia.
It's a trade-off here.
I'm going to get the glowing thingy.
Yeah.
You can't just go picking things up, Selene. Could be radioactive. Nah.
Hell yeah.
I don't worry about radioactivity. It doesn't bother me. Only a little. Whatever it is, it looks old, like thousands of years old. We've been digging up glowing gadgets all over this region, but got no clue what they're for. Okay. Now I can flirt. Oh, she doesn't like that. I don't know what you're playing at, Selene, but you ain't getting any special treatment from yours truly just for buttering me up. You'll have to pull your weight like the rest of the surveyors here and try not to fall off a cliff. That's fair. Okay, items first.
Small goals, right?
What is this strange device? There's a boss. Oh, man.
I'm so glad you can walk past that one.
Well, like, I'm probably going to go look at that one, right? Because...
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a crystal.
Probably important. Crystal, help make Mars a little bit happier with me.
That's just a loop.
Okay, so I've got... Oh, okay, I see. I thought this went out further. So I have stress at 40. Normally, these events do 15 stress per event.
With a possibility of a +5 depending on the event. And I know that you're not super great with the maps, but there's also a section closer to the screen more. There's another bit.
Like this away?
That way, and then south, like towards me. Or towards you, I guess. Yeah. So there's one off to the, like...
I could have sworn this was where I started, so I agree with you.
You started over there on the other ridge behind you. You can kind of see the start
Oh,
point
I can
over
see it
there.
now, yeah. And in fact... Okay, this is a point-and-click adventure, right? But I can't just click over there and just run all the way there.
Oh my goodness, that would be so useful, but
It's like in the Pathfinder games, right? Like in Wrath of the Righteous. I need everyone on the other side of the map. Just go.
I believe in you guys. You can do it.
Okay.
There's, I think, an item to the south.
So there is. Okay. So there's a boss up there.
And you should be able to do that and stay.
Expeditions have been collecting energy readings from this area, tracing the invisible ley lines of power, like the one from the thumper that brought you here in the first place. And I saw another one over there that we're going to check out in a bit. They've pointed you to this cave, a nexus of power at the convergence of many lines. You can feel the energy is different here, like a barely perceivable hum that prickles up the back of your neck, like something is watching you.
That's cool.
It's likely this was some sort of important place for the convergent domain. I've sent teams through, but it gets mighty tight in there. I'm hoping you and Dis might have better luck wiggling in there. Ah, child labor, you gotta love it. That's why child labor was a thing back in early industrial era. Those tiny little hands are great for getting into machinery and unjamming things.
Yep.
All right. Caving equipment, headlamps, recording drone, buzzing flying thing. It's intelligent, which just means it won't do what you want. Utopia's also
Hurt
left you an
when
anti-grav.
it's true like that.
Yes, with a warning to practice extreme caution. Let's go. The narrow entrance leads to a bigger room that animals have clearly used as a den. It's enormous, with glowing mushrooms on the walls and piles of bones in some crevices. In some places, the walls are made of iridescent convergent domain obsidian, like this was once a great hall millennia ago. There's a cool breeze coming from somewhere. Let's go. 93. But I gotta be careful, because 23 seems like a lot, but it's not that much when I'm trying to get to 93.
31 is your 1/3 goal, but you also only have 3 cards at this point. So
yeah.
23 is solid. Um,
27 would
think-
get me to 43.
I think dropping an all twos might work here.
No. What I might do...
Swap it to a 5.
Okay,
It'll be
41.
close.
We can do this.
You got a 6 and a 9. You got
Nice.
2 6s and a 9.
I don't have any other gems.
No.
Okay, so hold on. 4, 6. I was hoping to make it a 7, but that gets me to exactly what I want. I'm taking it. And I got the max. Not bad. That's the 300 kudos I was looking for if I want that gun, although I'm sure I've got better things to spend my kudos on. You find the source of the breeze by tossing some fine sand into the air and watching the way the dust blows. It's a very tight crack. Good thing you and Dis are so small. You squeeze through and have to shimmy along your bellies for about 10 meters. Hate that. That's terrifying. Pushing your gear ahead of you. Past the crack, there are fewer signs of animals. The walls are smooth grown obsidian, which has kind of a melted rainbow oil slick look. There are deeply carved glyphs on the walls at various intersections, like room designations or street names. The other kinds of basins, alcoves grown into the rock, full of odd protrusions, all ancient and worn and inexplicable. It feels homey. You come to realize the convergent domain must have lived underground. That's why there are so few ruins on the surface. That's quite a leap of logic there, Soul. Like, maybe you're right, but let's cool your heels a little bit. As you follow the cave complex down, it's clear this used to be a well-traveled path. The corridors branching off to the other places are now blocked off, as if a big earthquake had rattled this whole area. Only this one main path is still clear. It's too convenient to be a coincidence. The floor of the cave slopes downward like a slide, and it's quite slippery. Yeah, and there's the extra stress, right? You follow the cave system down, 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 all the way to what must be the bottom of the cliffs. You have to climb down a 3-story wall in the last section and are grateful to your anti-grav belt for making it easier.
Yeah.
You can see a dim light below. Daylight? You emerge into a hidden valley totally surrounded by tall cliffs. Did you just come down all that way? You're surrounded by the ruins of convergent domain buildings in much better condition than the windswept ones on the surface. Perfectly still here, quiet as space itself. What was this? Some sort of converger facility? And it feels familiar. You remember this place from your dreams and feel a throbbing sense of importance that is a bit unnerving. Something momentous happened to you here or will happen to you someday. You poke around a little, then call Utopia. She swings down on her glider, with extra ones for you and Dis tethered behind it. You're happy you won't have to climb all the way back up. Ooh, great find, kids. This place didn't show up on any of our aerial scans. Took me a while to find a route in. You look bushed. I'll stick around to get some readings, but you head on back to the depot and get some rest. Don't worry, we're not going to push on without you. Cool. Terrifying, but cool. Okay, so we definitely have a fair amount of stress, but I think we can go see the Thumper, and hopefully that'll get us to just below the stress mark. Hopefully. Theoretically. Who knows?
Theoretically.
I am kind of sad that I'm just walking past all of these. It makes sense.
I mean, you could still do them.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense from a game perspective that I should walk past most of them.
I mean, this is more of a, like, from a, get the things that are important. You can always come back and just do all the events next month after you've, like, healed up, but you have the ability to do them without, like, to go through it without, and that sometimes is helpful, just from a getting your stuff settled, you know?
Yeah. It's 27. Yeah, that'll get me there. I can get to 28, no problem. I got 38. I could have gotten a 41. Fair enough. 2 engineering. I should probably actually focus on engineering at some point. Dis looks giddy as you follow the pillar to its base, a large pyramid almost entirely lost under the sand. You brush away some of the sand and find that the pyramid is inscribed on all sides with pictures of wormholes, you think. This pillar...
That's fine.
Yeah, must have what stretched up into the sky. Maybe it was some kind of observatory or a sacred building or a monument. We have no idea. Very mysterious. Now we go home.
Yeah.
Like, technically I could do one more and get to 95. But if there's even one other, like, problem...
Yeah.
Hey, I have no idea where I'm going.
Go back to the original, yeah, that way, then south. It'll get you to the boss event. The boss events are always doors out. Other way. Maps. It's not for everybody.
And by everybody, I mean me. It's not for me.
Okay. Not for you. North.
All right, homeward bound.
Yeah.
So what happens? Does this extra perception just get lost?
Yeah, you don't get it. You'll do a lot of. There'll be after you would hit 100. Then the like anything above that, like it goes away.
Okay, we still have a ways to go.
can deliver supplies still if you want basic bitch cash. But you have the 300.
Double bonus for pairs. Yeah. Yeah, feeling a lot better now with Combat 99.
Ooh, you're really close to that organizing
I am.
milestone, so it might be worth it to go and do some organizing things.
Something
that
with
you can pick up.
organizing? Yeah. Well, that also
Yeah.
makes sense because I do get double kudos. So, like, isn't there a thing I can do
I
here?
think xenobiology does organizing too.
2 organizing.
I mean, I think that's the highest you'll get with organizing, where with the availability that you have. So that might be entirely worth it.
Yeah, I think that's probably the way to go. Also, I need to get my biology up anyway, so. Pulling weeds from the garden when you hear voices coming from the barn. Socks barn.
Oh,
Well,
no.
we knew this was coming.
About this.
We knew this was coming. Yeah.
What a great picture. It's such a good picture.
That's a good one. What do you mean I can't go in there? What, this colony has top secret clearance now? You just can't, okay? Why do you even need to anyway? I'm on patrol, nullhead. I don't give a shit what's in the barn, but all of a sudden I care a lot about why you don't want me in there.
Ain't that just how
Is it even
goes?
possible to have a friendship with Vase of 30 or greater already?
Yes.
We're gonna go let Socks out. Yeah, she's gotten really, really big.
Look at her. She's beautiful.
Come down. Hide. Great big dinosaur head. Yeah, you look terrifying. Through the window, you hear the sound of Vase searching the barn. You hold your finger to your lips in a shushing motion at Socks, and you hope she understands. After a few tense minutes, you hear the barn door close and the sound of Vase's boots crunching down the garden path. Socks slithers her great body through the window again, and you go around front to meet Cal. Whew, that was close. Did you know you can still stress sweat even if you're always the right temperature? It's getting harder to keep Socks a secret, and there's so many people here now and she looks like that. When you saw the wild dilly pillar eating those rocks, what did it look like? You tell Cal what you remember of the great beast, that even from a distance you could tell it was at least as long as the whole colony wall, and that it ate boulders like soy sweets. Back when Socks was a baby dilly pillar, not caterpillar, you almost didn't recognize them as the same species, but looking at her now, you know that she's got the blood of dragons in her. Yeah. It's
Get
big.
it, girly.
What are we gonna do? You're gonna have to let it go is what's gonna happen. Okay. 5 kudos if the total equals the goal, which is worth it because I still have popular going on.
Yeah, which means that you would get 816.
So 27. Let's see. Plus 6 if it has the highest value. 16. No, I'm going to switch you there, you there.
And then
Switch you there. 26.
you can just add a +1.
I can just add a +1. That's fair.
The other thing is that you could switch the 2 ones around.
There's the 27. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all.
That works like that, but
So I got the biology. I got some organizing. Biology's at 94. 42 kudos total. Not bad. And only 10 stress. So here in early wet, I'm not all messed up. Yet.
Yet.
We're probably going to send either mid-wet or late-wet resting. Because, of course, something's going to happen, right? Something's going to happen. Hey, Selene. She's been going really hard lately. She asked me yesterday if I wanted to spar with her. She said it would be good for self-defense. I told her I don't want to fight. Not her, not a training dummy, not anything on this planet. Yeah, you're too good for this world, Cal. I've never seen her get so mad at me. She called me a baby and told me I'm just going to end up forcing everyone to protect me because I'm weak or helpless or whatever. Oh, man. Well, I'm going to go with sometimes you don't have a choice, but I feel like I have to go talk to Nem. Geez, you sound like an adult. They always try to get us to see both sides of an argument, but I tried, and I think if you have to hurt someone to get what you need, you don't deserve to have it. I mean, what if your life depends on it? How is that fair? Their life depends on it, too. You can't just decide you get to live and they don't. Well, yeah, but, I mean, at that point, you're still making the decision.
Yeah.
Not making a decision is still a decision, but Cal's, he's 15. I don't expect him to 7. He's 17. Okay, maybe you should know better by now. And if your loved ones are in danger, you shouldn't be putting your loved ones in situations where they could be put in danger in the first place. I'm sorry, man, but you're just... I'm a pacifist. Personally, me, in real life, I'm a pacifist, but even I know that there are times when violence is the only possibility, and where not engaging in it makes things worse overall. Especially, for example, when the fascists come to town. If someone attacks you first, you probably did something wrong. No, now you're being naive. I'm sorry. Like... We all need to live in peace, yes, but the problem is you don't always get to make that choice. Sometimes I think about that Zeno I had to kill the first time they attacked. I'm obviously glad I'm alive, but now it's dead. It was an accident. I didn't mean to. I wish I could tell it I'm sorry. Yeah, that's fair. Cal has such strong convictions. It's one of the things you like best about him, even if you don't always agree. Very tough, very peaceful, midway loyalty. He keeps looking over in an anemone's direction, but she seems determined to ignore him. Yep. I need a break soon. Where is Nem at? Wait, what's the thing that I know you like? You like red Zeno eggs. I don't have any of those. I'll give you a blob fruit instead. You're welcome. Hey, it's your birthday!
Lord Mars's birthday. Hey.
Hug time!
Hell yeah, hug time.
Where is your friendship level with him? You can look at the group.
1/2, 6 out of 100.
It's not bad.
Now it's at 8 out of 100. I'm challenging you. Punching each other in the stomach until one of you gives up or passes out.
Classic Helio.
Did any Helio ever think of putting a piece of metal under their shirt, though? Vase's punch reverberates through the courtyard, and he yowls and cradles his fist. He's surprised at first and angry at the pain, but when you pull the sheet of metal from your shirt, he bursts out laughing. Take it like a soldier.
And then get punched in the stomach, though.
I love how, even though it described him laughing, and that gets me to combat 100, by the way.
Nice.
Even though he's described as laughing, I still don't get to see a smile on his face.
Has issues.
How you doing, Tangent? Damn, I figured out of everyone, Tangent would like the weird device.
There is someone who likes it. I will tell you that much.
Ooh, I can challenge you again. Sharpshooting.
Have enough combat to go all the way up.
What are you doing? It goes until one of us can spell horse. 5 missed shots. Did I say horse? I meant Hopeye as he misses his 5th shot. No, make it best 13 out of 27. Or 14 out of 27.
If it works, it works.
Okay, so he likes the strange device. Know thy enemy. He just takes things too seriously is all.
Things too seriously, and he sucks.
All right. Biology is at 94, so we're say what?
I said you might as well.
And organizing's at 28. 33 is when it goes up? Right? Right.
Yeah, 33. And then I think 66, and then
100. Yeah.
And then 100.
Your work often overlaps with Tangent's work in the biochemistry and genetics lab, so it's not uncommon for her to pop by and ask questions about what you're working on, or for you to ask her for help interpreting some test results. She's uncharacteristically animated whenever she gets to talk about science. She even laughs sometimes. Don't you think it's so interesting how Vertumnant species resist being classified by known taxonomy? It feels like everything is a little bit fungal. Spores, fruiting bodies, mycelial networks, even in animals. And some of the animals can even photosynthesize. The division between plant, animal, and fungus is less strict here than it was on Earth. At the cellular level, many animal species have properties of plants and vice versa. She launches into an explanation about how high energy bonds store energy and blah 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 blah. Different hues of Vertumnant plants must meet that they use an entirely unknown elemental catalyst, probably not even a metal at all. It's a little advanced, but hey, if she's happy, I'm happy.
That's what matters.
Zounds, Selene. If Vertumnant plants and animals share an elemental catalyst, we found out what it is, we could learn much more about this planet. Obviously, I'm going to help you. Incredible. We've been attempting to map the genomes of various samples in order to construct a phylogenetic tree, but we're at capacity already. Can I take this? Oh yeah, of course you can. Thank you, Selene. This is more helpful than I can say. And I got +1 help tangent. Okay, I still get bonus kudos if I get the exact number.
Yeah.
Also, I get double bonus for pairs.
Yes. I go put.
Yeah.
Okay, well that will make that yellow 5 a 3.
Right.
So you could do 5, 5, 3, 3, 4, 4.
Yeah, I could do that. 5, 3, 3, 4, 4.
Yeah.
That gets me to 30. That gets me to 28. 32. There's my 29 right there.
There you go.
Biology is at 98. Bonus stress, of course. Bringing me to 100, sadly. And my organizing is at 30. So in mid-wet, I'm going to have to rest. Let's check and see if anybody has anything to say. Does not look like it. Okay, so what are my resting options? I can rest in
You
the
can rest.
thing,
Yeah, you can rest in the lounge.
which allows me to forget a memory. It'll also give me extra friendship with Rex now.
Yes. You can relax at Geoponics, and you can relax on the wall still.
And the relaxing on the wall gives me friendship, right?
I think so. It might give you... Yeah, it still gives you friendship.
Okay, I'm gonna keep making friends with Rex, so we'll go ahead and actually sleep in the sleeping space this time. Been a while since I've done this one. You're relaxing after hours when Aunt Anne pops her head into the lounge. The kitchen is looking for someone to help with part-time cooking duties. Someone young, someone responsible, someone organized, someone who might have too much free time on their hands. Avoid eye contact. I do have the organizing for it.
You have the organization. It might be worth it.
It unlocked. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unlocking is always useful, having the extra options and knowing where you can go.
No one wants to disappoint Antecedent. Okay, so we're relaxing.
Yeah.
Okay, and I have one chance to get my biology and my organizing up. So I might just do the thing again. Though I do want to at least see what cooking can give me.
Yeah, at the very least, it's useful for that.
Empathy, creativity, kudos.
Yeah.
Creativity, bravery, friendship with Nomi. Okay. No, I wanna get this biology up to maximum. And also 2 organizing. I really hope that I can find some way to get that 3rd organizing here. You've had a project going in the greenhouse lab for a few years now. The greenhouse lab hasn't existed for a few years now. It got broken.
That you haven't been doing it.
Splicing the genomes of plants from both Earth and Vertumna, trying to come up with a way to make Earth plants more likely to take root and flourish in the nitrogen-weak Vertumnan soil. Gene tech has always been a part of your life. Everyone you know has some sort of genetic enhancement, except for me, and has had some sort of large-scale gene editing later in life, like Tangent's transition. You know it's possible, but your knowledge of Vertumnan genomes isn't as complete as the human genome. The trick is finding exactly the right Vertumnan genes to split into exactly the right Earth plant. It's science time!
I get
75, that one is locked in. $21 isn't quite, but it's fine. Okay. Not a lot of good options here.
No. You got a +2 to cards with gems.
But I don't have any gems. Oh, I do. That would make that a 10.
It would make it a 10. That's not nothing.
That's not nothing.
And then you have that one.
Okay, that wasn't so bad.
Right?
Okay, now I need to get to 31. I think I can manage 31.
You got... Well, yeah, like, you got a 7, a 5, and a 4 in red.
Perfect.
Might not be the best score, but it's on the nose.
You double-check congruences simulations 100 times, the results are always the same. A truly viable genome composed of genes from both Earth and Vertumna, and in every chemical situation congruence can run, it successfully takes root and flourishes. You look at the tiny, barely sprouted plants. This could be the beginning of a new era of agriculture on this planet. Too bad you didn't have this years ago when you really needed it, but never, or better late than never. May no future generations ever have to suffer like you did. You can't wait to take this knowledge and use it on other Earth plants. Strawberries, bananas, kiwis, all the delicate plants that need such careful tending. I mean, hopefully they'll still be edible when we do that.
One can hope.
Your mom has always been a result-oriented person. She doesn't like to experiment just to see what might happen. She likes science that she already knows and trusts will work. When you call her in to see what you've done, she smiles as proudly as you've ever seen her smile before. Even she can't argue with Congruence's results. You'll earn twice the kudos working in the lab from now on in recognition of your contribution to the continued survival. That's pretty nice. I like that.
Incentives to keep doing it, right?
2 organizing, no!
So close.
So close.
So close.
Okay, onward to the glow.
I mean, you can organize during the quote.
I have one more, extra enhancement. Enhance your DNA in engineering. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Ooh, I said no.
You can get an enhancement now.
Also, new colony under the glow.
Yeah.
Still looking pretty cool. It's the glow, so I should be able to give gifts again, right?
I believe so. It's a new month.
You like food. You're always starving. That's how I knew. There's never a time that Cal is not hungry. He could be in the middle of eating right now, and he'll still be hungry.
Yeah. Makes sense.
All right. Yeah, she's still... Please don't say that. Thank you for the flower. She really does not like being given any compliments on her looks, and that's fair. I bet if there were options to give flirty compliments about her genius, she'd be much more responsive to that.
I think so.
I know you're not a big fan of the flower, but it's better than nothing. Fine, I'll give you the stupid device. Mars is up here, literally looking down on everyone, except she's not there right now. Where's Marzipan?
They're not always out. It's during the glow, so not everybody's outside.
Crystal.
Some people stay inside during the glow.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so just to look, anything I do in the lab now gives me 15 kudos.
Which is solid.
Which is pretty solid.
Yeah. That's actually fantastic.
But it's organizing that I really want right now. I believe I can get organizing by cooking, right?
You might be able to get organizing by cooking, I think. But you only need the one anyways.
It's not.
I mean, the lab's gonna give you the one that you need, and it'll give you 15 kudos out of it.
True. But I don't like the idea of getting... Oh, engineering. I'm supposed to be going to engineering. What the hell am I doing?
Other way.
Which one's engineering? It's a whole new colony.
It's where Tangent was.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and install Eagle Eyes, extra fingers. That's terrifying. Absorbent Brain.
+1 skill. It gives you a card, basically, right? So...
Yeah.
That one might be totally worth it.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at right now. -5 stress is really nice. No, I think we're going to go with super strength. The lazy person's dream. Eat whatever you want, don't exercise at all, still look like you spend all day at the gym. It's a tricky process, much more complicated than modifying the malleable stem cells of an embryo. You wouldn't risk doing it again, but this time it works out. Dr. Instance knows what you've done, but you take her silence as tacit approval of your risky experiment. Okay.
You didn't say no. That means I can do it.
I also believe I can get organization from delivering supplies. And that'll give me friendship with Mars, Rex, and Kudos. Not as many, obviously, but... yeah, let's do the delivery this time. You've heard about, or through the colony rumor mill, that the Secret Fun Times Club, a club Mars started when you were kids aboard the Stratospheric, has been operating this whole time. When you ask Mars about it, she graciously allows you to sit in on the next meeting. Anemone won't be joining us today. Or, probably ever again. She told me she's too busy with training and stuff, and she didn't want to do any more sneaking around. It's okay. She was kind of a square anyway, but we need someone to replace her. So we're going to investigate the people from this new ship. What are they like? What do they like to do for fun? And more importantly, can we recruit them to the SFC? Oh, and, it's just SFC now. Secret Fun Times Club was okay when we were little, but we're practically adults now. Some of us are, Mars. What about the new governor, Lum? I mean, he's technically an adult, but he's fairly young. It would be beneficial to have someone with some actual clout on our side. We already have someone important in the club, Tang, but thank you for your contribution. I mean, Lum's alright, kind of dumb, but like, you don't have to be smart to be hot, you know? I can't believe Utica just let him be in charge. I've listened in on some of his council meetings, and they are total chaos. It's like he has no idea what he's doing.
Buddy, you more than you know.
Maybe Vase would like... wow, how do I not have a friendship of 10 with Rex? Jesus.
You needed to hug him a couple more times.
Alright, well, let's talk to Vase. A club? You mean like for children? Sorry, I'm full up on doing more important things. If you want to help the colony, learn to defend it like Anemone here. Besides, she said you're a bunch of losers. I don't like what's happening with Nem. I don't like it at all.
Nem actually would have said that. Actually.
Yeah, but she's not speaking up against either. Okay. Yep, super goal. I'll take it.
Take that super goal.
And I got the +3. So I got tons of organizing. Perception, kudos, stress, but now I've got that organizing. Here we go. You're relaxing in your quarters with your dad when you hear the colony siren. The enemy is here. Huh, seems early this year. We should head to the shelter in the lounge. You've been drilling on new evacuation procedures for the past month. There's no need to be a hero now that there are new soldiers. Probably best to... yeah, no, we're going to the front lines. You muster with the rest of the defense force at the gates. Rhett and Lum are arguing about what tactics to employ. Lum keeps trying to rally the soldiers with a heartening speech about giving it everything they've got. All the drones, all the explosives, and Rhett keeps cutting in. We don't need to take any big risks. It's a smaller attack. We have more than enough plas rifles and turrets. We should save our resources for when we do need them. Why do things halfway? We need to get in there and kick their asses back to the goo they came from. We need to show people that we have everything under control for morale. Rhett tries one more time to wrest control of the forces, but Lum cuts him off. Fire the explosive rounds! Arm the charges! Shells scream through the permanent night, followed by explosions you feel vibrate up through your boots. The Helios are unfazed, but you and the other Strato guards exchange nervous looks. You hear yelling, then another boom as secondary explosive detonate. The baying of bloodthirsty animals reaches your ears. Then, Great work. Just the stragglers incoming. Open the gates. To battle. And this will be an easy one.
It's an easy one, though. Oh, no. Well.
What?
No. Just, like, fucking Lum, dude. I hate him.
Yep, I agree.
He's bad. And I don't like him. You could switch, you could move the 5 and the 6 over and put the 3 at the end.
In the end, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because then you'll get the times, you'll get that too.
I mean, I got one more round, so, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too terribly worried about it being the best.
Fair.
Got some combat. I'm going to be hitting combat 30 or 66 naturally before too long. You face off against a lesser Zeno, some kind of finned semi-aquatic thing already half dead and limping doggedly through the gates. It's almost comical how easy it is to stun and kill it. By the time you're done, the other soldiers have dispatched the rest of the creatures. Smoke drifts in from the battlefield. An acrid scent of triumph. After the attack, Lum gathers everyone in the lounge and holds a big celebration for the soldiers. There's feasting and drinking and songs of valor, and as the party goes on long into the night, some drift away in pairs or more. Mars and Rex keep the dancing going. Even Nem seems to relax, especially when the other cadets invite her to drink with them. Tonight, everyone seems convinced that this victory means the colony will be safe forever. Yeah, that's not going to happen, sorry. But with that in mind, that brings us to our 16th year of life.
And now you know what the little star in the middle is.
The little star in the middle.
So so you have a 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, star, 15.
Oh, yeah.
Now you know what the star means.
Oh, got it. The star was the entry. And then there's a wormhole over here.
Which is the end of the game.
So I got 49 combat. That's mostly just because I bought a gun, right?
Yeah, you just bought a gun.
Lots of organizing, lots of biology. Pretty good. My friendship with with Rex is now 10, so maybe the next time we talk about the club, I can bring Rex in. Rex would love that club.
Rex would love that club.
Anemone, I feel like I have to put more focus into friendship with because I worry that she's straying off into a path that's going to get her killed. Minus 102 kudos, minus 10 stress, plus 15 food, plus 6 defense. Okay, well, that was a solid year. It went pretty okay, especially given all of the
What do you have for a relationship with Tangent at this point?
67.
It's not bad. You could get that higher too.
I could definitely get that higher as well. I think for the next couple of years, I'm going to focus really hard on trying to remember birthdays and things like that. But for now, we are 2 hours and 15 minutes into this video, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end it there. We're going to go on to year 7 in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I'll see you then.
Bye.